If you're still manually coding websites or you're not using some of these tricks that I'm going to mention for building better websites with Claude Code, then you are just wasting your time. I'm going to show you how people and businesses are building their websites in just a couple of minutes using Claude Code and a few simple tricks. So first things first, you're going to need Visual Studio Code. It's a code editor where we will be using Claude Code, but don't worry, you're not going to have to write a single line of code. So go ahead to this page. You can just type in Visual Studio Code on Google. It'll be the first link. It'll take you here, download it, and open it up. Once you open it up, you're going to be taken to a welcome page like this, but we don't have Claude Code installed yet. So in order to install it, go onto the left sidebar right here to the extensions tab and type in Claude Code. It'll be the first option that shows up right here. Click on it and install it for VS Code. And once you install it, it's going to prompt you to log in with your Anthropic account. So go ahead and log in. Once you do that, you're also going to need to purchase either the Pro or Max plan because unfortunately, Claude Code isn't available on the free version. And when you've got all of that set up, look on the top right of your VS Code and you'll see this Claude Code icon right here. Click on this and this will open up your agent view, and this is where all of the magic happens. But before we actually start using Claude Code, we need to open up a project for the agent to work with. So let's go ahead and do that. Go to the top left right here. You'll see these two files right here. This is going to open up your Explorer. And let's close the extension right here. So right now we haven't opened a folder, so go ahead and do that. Click on open folder and just create a new folder for this project. And once you've created and opened up your folder, now we can actually get started working with Claude Code to build our website. But the very first thing we need to do is create something called a CLAUDE.md file. This is a markdown file that will basically just be a set of instructions for Claude Code to follow in order for us to get more accurate and high quality responses. Without this file, Claude is going to give you a lot more varied responses and it's not going to be as professional as you would want it to be. So let's go ahead and create this file now in the Explorer. Simply right click, click on new file and type in CLAUDE.md. Now I've already created a comprehensive CLAUDE.md for this file, so I'm going to bring this into the project right now and I'm just going to paste it in here. Now, this is a pretty big CLAUDE.md file. So if you want to grab this for yourself to copy and paste into your own project instead of writing it up yourself, then check out my free school community down in the description below and you can grab it and use it for yourself. Basically, this file just outlines the entire tech stack that I want to use for the website, the design skill that I want to use for the website, specifying certain instructions like making it mobile first, because that is something that's very important when making a website, since most users are going to be on mobile, and just some other specifications like asking for brand assets and reference images and all of this kind of stuff. But now that we actually have this file, we can get started. So let's close out of that and let's prompt Claude Code to build our website. Hey Claude, I want you to build me a professional and premium website for my AI automation agency called Grow Simpler. Okay, now that I've got the prompt ready to go, I want to change the mode from edit automatically to plan mode because I actually want Claude to come up with a full plan first for me to approve before it starts actually building the project. And also, if you're following along, I would highly recommend going to the Explorer here and creating a new folder called brand and add in all of your brand assets into here. So for example, your logo, maybe your colors, your typography, and any information related to your brand, because when you send off the prompt, Claude is going to look into this folder for your brand assets and use that in the project. But I don't have any brand assets to use, so I'm going to delete that and I'm going to send off the prompt. Yeah, so you can see here that it's asking if I have brand assets for Grow Simpler. I don't, so I'm just going to tell it to use placeholders. Now it's asking what pages do I want on the site. Obviously, you just select what you want for your website, but for me, I just want a main landing page. So just a home page with a hero, services, about, and a call to action section. And there we go. So Claude has completed the plan and you can actually see it on the right-hand side here. You can read through everything, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to trust that Claude has done a good job. But for your project, I'd highly recommend you actually go ahead and read anything and see if there's anything you want to change before Claude actually goes ahead and implements the full plan. So once you've gone ahead and approved the plan, I'd recommend you change the mode to bypass permissions. This way, Claude is not going to constantly interrupt the sequence right here and constantly ask you to give it permission to execute certain commands. Now, if you don't see bypass permissions in the mode here, then go to settings in the bottom left right here, go to settings again, type in Claude, and you'll see it right here, Claude Code, allow dangerously skip permissions, and enable that. Now, I know that might sound scary, but just don't do anything stupid like tell it to delete entire folders and you'll be fine. Because basically all it does is it allows Claude to do all of its work without having to ask you for permission for every single command. And this will just save you a lot of time and headache. Okay, there we go. So Claude has now completed the entire website, and you can see that the website is live at localhost 3001. So just go ahead and copy this. It might be a little bit different for you. Go to a web browser and paste it in on a new tab. And this is the result. So far, it looks pretty cool. So let's scroll through. So we have a what we build section, a process section, client outcomes, why grow simpler, limited spots, and then the footer. Overall, not bad. I think it's a little bit static. There's not really many animations around. Also, there's a little bit of an error here where the line is not connecting properly. But overall, it's pretty decent. And if we click on the buttons, yep, they work fine. So to address a simple issue like this, where you see a line is not connecting, just some simple design issue, what I would do is I would go ahead and screenshot this like that, and then paste it into the chat right here and tell Claude Code to basically fix it. Hey Claude, the line connecting the 1, 2, and 3 icon is a little bit weird. It's not connecting fully between the 3 icons. Please fix it. Look at the attached image to see the issue. And there we go. We're going to send that off and it should update automatically to the website. Also, something I wanted to mention while Claude was building the website is don't be surprised if it opens up a terminal instance. So something like this might pop up on the screen. And basically this is just Claude spinning up a local server to actually host the website on, so you can view all the changes and see it all live. Also, while Claude is fixing these changes, every now and then it's popping up a tab, and you'll see here run section screenshot from project directory where Puppeteer is installed. So don't be alarmed, you know, nothing bad is happening to your computer. It's Claude going to the live website, taking a screenshot of its changes, feeding it back into the project directory and analyzing the screenshot to see what changes it's made to make sure that it's actually done the job correctly. So if you look on the left-hand side here, you'll see a screenshots folder. And if you go into here, you can see it's screenshots of the website. And right here, it's taken a screenshot of the how it works section. And you can see that it's fixed the line between the 3 sections right here, 1, 2, and 3. So now when it analyzes that image, it can say, the problem is solved. And now it'll come back to the chat and say that it is fixed, as you can see right here. And if we go to the live website, you can see that it made the changes right here. And that is one of the major tips that I highly recommend when building out any website. It is the screenshot feature with Puppeteer. And how does it know to do this? Well, that's what we specified in the CLAUDE.md file right down here. The Puppeteer screenshot workflow. Ensure the dev server is running, install Puppeteer if it's not already installed, and run the screenshot script. Now let's say we want to add a little bit more of an artistic flair to our website. We want to make it look more premium and beautiful, specifically in the hero section right here. Go to this website called 21st.dev, and here you're going to find a lot of premium pre-made components. So what we're looking for is something for the hero section, because my site right now looks a little bit boring at the first glance. I want to find something that's moving, something a little bit more animated. So let's go to the hero section right here, and you're going to find a whole bunch of pre-made hero sections. So you can see here that you can find a whole bunch of different designs. Like look at this one. This one's pretty trippy, but I think that's a little bit too extra for my site. Maybe something like this. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Okay, so once you found a hero section or any component that you like, go to the top right and click on copy code. Now, if you don't have an account, it will prompt you to create an account. So go ahead and do that, and then you'll be able to copy the code. Then come back into here and paste all of the code in the chat and tell Claude Code to replace the hero section background with the new component that you just copied. Hey Claude, I just copied a hero section from 21st.dev. Replace my hero section background with this new component. And now let's paste in the code and let's send that off. Okay, Claude has implemented the changes to the hero section, so let's check that out. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Wow, see, it got it first try, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That's pretty fun to to mess around with. Now, before we deploy our website so that it's live for everyone to view, we want to actually make sure that this website looks good on mobile first. So to check that, simply right-click the screen, go to Inspect, click on this small little icon right here, which will change the device view. And when you click on it, it's going to show you the mobile view here. Now, if you don't see a mobile view, then go to the dimensions up here and you can select from a whole list of devices here. So if you don't want to view the iPhone 14 Pro Max, you can view the iPad Air, and you can see what it looks like on a whole bunch of devices. So I'm going to go back to the phone view and I'm going to scroll through my site, just make sure that everything looks good. And so far everything looks good. Yep. Okay. Yeah, perfect. See, there we go. Claude one-shotted the website on mobile. So how do we deploy the website now? We're going to be using GitHub and Vercel. Now, GitHub is a website where you can host all of your code. So think of it like a storage container for your code so that it sits on the cloud. It's all online. So our VS Code right here, this is all local. Only our computer has access to it. What we need to do is push this to GitHub so that it's now stored online. And once our code is hosted online, we can use a website called Vercel, which can pull all of that code and host our website live for everyone to see. So go to github.com and create a new account if you haven't already, and also go to vercel.com and create an account on there too. Then you can go back to the chat and ask Claude to push your code to GitHub. Hey Claude, I want to push my project to GitHub now. So Claude is saying that we need to create the GitHub repo first before it can actually push all of our code online. So let's go ahead and do that. Once you have an account on GitHub, go to the top right and you'll see this plus icon right here. Click on that and click on New Repository. Give your project a name. That can just be your project name. So we can name this Grow Simpler Website. Now, most likely for our project, we want to make sure that all of our code is private. So in Choose Visibility, change this from public to private, because if it's public, anyone can read your code. And if you have any sensitive data in there, then they can see all of that. Once you've done that, click on Create Repository. Now it's going to take you to this page, which looks very intimidating, but don't worry, all you have to do is just, hey, while editing the video, I actually forgot to tell you that you need to click on the HTTPS button first and then copy the text. Copy this line right here and bring this back into Claude Code. So let's paste this in here and just ask Claude to push it to GitHub. Hey Claude, I just pasted in the URL for my GitHub repository. Can you push all of my code, please? Also, after asking Claude to push the code to GitHub, it's going to ask you to log into your account. So go ahead and do that and then it'll work. And there we go. So it managed to push the code live to our repository. And if you go back to this page and refresh it, you'll be able to see all of your code now appear on this website. So everything that you're seeing right here is exactly what you see in VS Code. And for the future, whenever you want to make more changes to your website, your online copy is going to be different from your local copy. So every time you make any changes to your local copy, you will then need to ask Claude Code to push it again to GitHub so that it can be pushed online. Okay, so now that we have all of our code online, let's go to Vercel. Click on the Add New button in the top right here. Click on Project, and your screen might look a little bit different. It might say import from GitHub repository, so you'll need to connect your GitHub account first. But once you've connected your GitHub account, you'll see your repository at the top right here. Click on Import, and you can just leave all of the settings as is right here. You don't have to touch anything. Click on Deploy, and now it's currently pushing all of our code to a live site. And there we go. So it's successfully deployed. Now to view the site, you just click on this big thumbnail right here, and you'll see the URL up here, growsimplerwebsite.vercel.app. And this website is fully live, so you can check this out on other devices, on your phone. You can get your friends to view this website, and there you go. Now, the only final step is to change the URL to your own domain name. So if you have a domain on Namecheap, on GoDaddy, on Cloudflare, wherever your registrar is, you'll have to go back to Vercel and connect it to your domain. So on the left-hand side here, you'll see domains, and then in the top right, click on Use Existing, Connect, and go through the whole process of connecting your domain. And there you go. Congratulations. You just built your first website using Claude Code. If you like this kind of stuff and learning about AI, Claude Code, and automations, then consider subscribing, as I'll be posting a lot more of this kind of content. Anyways, I hope you learned something new. See ya.